This is Paul Singh, the market speculator, with the free weekly swing trade report at bullsonwallstreet.com for August 15th, 2016. We're going to go over 3 actionable setups, but before we do that, let's take a look at the indexes here. If we look at SPY, we had this breakout to all-time highs on Friday going into the week. And basically, last week was a week of consolidation. Not much going on here. Same goes for IWM, which we watch very closely because this represents more of the stocks we like to trade. Looking strong, and maybe this week we get a breakout. Now, if you see, the last time we broke out here, there was a long 2.5-week period of consolidation. And hopefully this one's a little quicker here, but our bias here is still to the upside. We've had a really good earnings season. So if you look at all these stocks here, these are the stocks that I have on my earnings list. There's 96 stocks right now, and there's a lot of high tight flags, which are essentially holding the top of ranges on the breakout. And usually we'd be seeing a number of pullbacks here and breakdowns, and we haven't seen a lot of that. So that's a pretty strong indication. Finance is starting to move, and we've got some other sectors here starting to move. So we're not going to go gung-ho here, but we're going to look to build a few positions here. Some of my positions here are flagged here on the right. Now we've got a really strong oil position going. We entered, we were looking for that oversold bounce play. We got it right here, timed it perfectly, and we're looking to take profits actually this week if we get another pop in here. And that's going to be a huge win for us. Now, related to oil, we're looking at the energy sector. And this is actionable setup number 1. If we pull up the ETF, XLE, we can see here all of these pullbacks have held really nicely low here, not by much, but we've got a little bit of that. And now the key is we've remounted these moving averages, are testing this 70 breakout. And I usually like to get a little more aggressive and actually play them before the break. So if we can get in here right where we are right now, it's looking pretty strong here. And we're playing off this hammer right here, which actually would have been a nice entry, but I already played oil that day, so I didn't want to get too caught up there in energy. But we've got a nice situation here going, and I will look to either trade ERX, setup number 2. When we trade these, we're only looking for stocks that we think can beat the leverage ETF. Most of the energy space, it's full of good stocks, but I might as well just trade the triple leverage. But I do like OAS here. It's been really volatile. Nicely, fantastic volume pattern here, and is up over both of the key moving averages here. So another actionable setup here, actionable setup number 2. Now those of you who follow me on Twitter, I gave you guys GoPro, and that's going to be actionable setup number 3. And since I already gave you guys that one, I will add one more here. But if you look at GoPro, it's been in a huge downtrend for a long time here, but could be bottoming here. We've got this nice rounded formation. Volume is coming in. We got this nice earnings breakout, and now we're up over the 200-day moving average. So this might be a nice spot here for GoPro. The entry's right here. Give it a little bit of a loose stop to let it play back and forth here around the moving averages, but we could see a nice run here. And if we look at where this thing could go, we've got an open gap right where we're at right now, but then we've got an open gap here all the way up at 18 and a range up here around 20. So this thing has some room to move here. Now, finally, we'll pick one more, and let's go with Baba. A bunch of retail broke out late last week. Baba was no exception here. Huge 7% move off earnings late last week. Not allowed to do currently, so actionable setup number 4 actually needs to set up a little bit, and we're going to look for one of 2 things. If it continues to fly without consolidation, I'll actually look to short it. Reversal or mean reversion kind of play, almost like a parabolic short here, if it continues to fly, even though I like it overall. But if it consolidates here the next few days, we could enter on the consolidation. Essentially, if it rests a little bit, we'll go long. Continues to fly, we can go short. So that's 4 actionable setups here. We'll be watching for these this week. I'm willing to bet at least one or two of these sets up for a nice trade for us. Now that is the weekly free swing report, which you guys are members of. If you want more, you can go to the daily swing trade report, swing alerts, called swing trade alerts. You get my alerts, all the trades I'm making. You can see my current positions I'm holding right here. You have the focus list going into the week. I've got a bunch of other lists here of stocks I'm looking to trade. And then most importantly, you get this 5 to 10 minute video every trading day. What we're looking to do, you can go to Swing Trades alerts page here, scroll down to the bottom, go ahead if you don't haven't already, listen to the Chat with Traders interview, and then to know a little more about me. And then there's a monthly plan for $99 and the quarterly plan, and then that annual plan 50% off instead of $1,200, only $599 for the full year. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully one of these 4 setups here will set up and we get some good trades this week.